Good evening. Now, any of you that have ever shopped for a car, you know that credit is going to be the main factor. Everybody looks at your credit score. And in this area, the Equifax score is the score that they go off of. So if you're looking for a car, I'm going to clear up some of the misconceptions about what credit scores will get you what and what you need as far as down payment and things like that. So I'm going to try and tie all that up for you. First off, if you're looking to get into a vehicle with no money down, zero out of your pocket, and no cosigner, strictly by yourself, if you make at least $1,200 to $1,300 a month and your debt to income is not real high, and you've got at least a 550 score on your Equifax score, you have 3 scores: Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. Equifax is usually going to be the one in the middle. Okay, your TransUnion is probably going to be your highest, your Experian is going to be your lower score, and your Equifax usually is your middle score. In this area, lenders go off of the Equifax score. So if your Equifax score is 550 and you have no repossessions on your file, or if they're older than 10 years old, you're good to go. But if your credit score is 550, I can get you in with no money down, no cosigner. Period. No money down, no cosigner, 550 score or better. Now, if your score is between 450 and 550, you're going to need a cosigner. So if you've got that 500 score, between 500 and 550, you're going to need a cosigner. Okay? Or someone's looking for a car, I need to hurry and wrap this up. Or if you have at least $1,500 down. So if you've got a 500 score, 520 score, between that 500 and 550 score, if you're in between there, if you have at least $1,500 down to $2,000 down, still can get you done without a cosigner. If you don't have that money down, you need a cosigner. Or if you've got a trade that you owe nothing on and it's worth at least $1,500, you're good to go. Or if your trade-in has at least $1,500 worth of equity in it. It has to have the equity. It can't be in negative equity. You can't owe more on it than what it's worth. So if you fall between that 500 and 550, and I can get you done without a cosigner if you've got at least $1,500 down. If you don't have the money down, you need a cosigner who has a score of at least 550. Okay. Now, for those of you who fall below 500, at 400, below that, if you're around 450, you're gonna need a cosigner. Plain and simple. If you're 450, 460, 480, you're gonna need a cosigner unless you've got about $2,500 to $3,000 down. So even if you're down around 450 score, if you've got about $2,500 to $3,000 down, we can probably still get you done without a cosigner. Now I say probably because there's going to be a lot of other factors that's going to go into that. The type of car you're looking at, the price of the car, the year, the make, and things like that, and your income. But generally speaking, if you've got $3,000 down and you have a 460 score, 460, 470 score, we can probably get you done without a cosigner with money down. Other than that, you're definitely going to need a cosigner. If you've got $1,500 down and a cosigner, you're good to go. Now, for those of you who are under that 450 score, 400 and up, we have dealers who work with people who they don't even pull credit. That's the area you're going to fall in. So if your score is below 450, we can still help you. If you're around like a 430, somewhere around there, and if you got a good cosigner, 580, 600 score, you're good to go. Or if you're around that area and you've got $3,000 down and a decent cosigner, 550, 520, you're still good to go. We can still get you in a nice vehicle. And when I say nice vehicle, we're talking about vehicles from 2009 to 2014, new or used. So hopefully that cleared up a lot of that for you. So for those of you who need a vehicle, and if you're concerned about your credit score, contact me. I'll be able to get your credit score pulled up for you. If you can't pull it up on creditkarma.com, is a good place to get your TransUnion score. Remember, that's going to be a higher score. Creditors here won't go off that score. It just gives you an idea of where you stand. But if you need your Equifax score and you need to know if you qualify for a car, get in contact with me, and I can get your credit pulled for you, and I can tell you what car tell you what you qualify for money wise, and see if we can get you riding. My number 850-570-6479. Calvin Butler, the Automotive Sales Specialist, on Facebook, or just inbox me or email me at gotapproved@gmail.com. Good night.